We just concluded day 4 of training camp. Today we're going to be combining Cam Newton clips and Mac Jones clips so that there's absolutely no bias between the two quarterbacks. I feel like as Patriots fans, we need to actually be kind of coming together for whoever's the starter and be cheering for both players. I think it's a cool idea for today to just include both players in this video. Anyway, guys, be sure to destroy the like button if you want Mac Jones and Cam Newton to be literally the top two quarterbacks in the NFL. And also leave a comment down below as well. If you do those two things, it's a guarantee that they literally will be the top two quarterbacks in the entire NFL, so be sure to do that. Let's get right into things. Mac Jones was the second player on the field just like a couple days ago, so really cool to see him entering the field. Almost all of these videos are literally all the same. I like to show it though just because it's really cool. Seeing their first moments hopping on the field. I couldn't find a Cam Newton video of him entering the field though, unfortunately. We're going to start off with a Cam Newton throw, and this one was a deep pass to Nelson Agholor, and he was able to catch this one, so that's really good news. The one thing I will say about this throw is people were actually really hype about this one. I would like to see a little bit more power there. You can see here that he actually had to slow down a little bit for it. That's pretty normal, but obviously in a real game situation, that might be the difference between, you know, the open wide receiver being able to get it or the defender catching up and being able to stop it. But I'm sure that's something he can work on. And honestly, Cam Newton's arm has looked very improved so far this offseason. So I'm very optimistic that he's going to be able to, most of the time, not throw like that and actually be able to put nice power on it and not make his wide receiver slow down for it. Let's move on to clip number 3, and this one is a Mac Jones throw. And this one you can hardly see, but this one's a deep pass. And as you can see, this one he also had to slow down for it. I can't even see who that was the receiver there, but he did have to slow down for that one as well. So that was a very similar pass to the Cam Newton one, actually. Both of those two clips I just showed, the wide receiver had to slow down. We need to work on the throw power there, obviously, so that we can catch the receiver in stride. That's the goal. And that could be the difference between a catch and an incompletion, like I said before. Now, clip number 4, here's another Cam Newton one. We're going to be going back and forth. This one was a touchdown. Nelson Agholor able to reel that one in. So really, really good to see him catching some passes after the drops yesterday. A lot of people were concerned about his drops, and now all of a sudden he is coming out and catching a bunch of some pretty tough passes. That was a really good throw there by Cam Newton. I loved the power, too, in that one. So really, really, really good to see that there. It was actually J.C. Jackson, my favorite cornerback on the team. Well, it's hard to say. I love Stephon Gilmore too. One of my favorite cornerbacks on the. Let's watch this one. This one is a Mac Jones one, and this one's awesome because look, he's showing off his mobility. A lot of people were saying he's a statue in the pocket. Get out of here. Look at him exiting the pocket. He's actually really mobile actually, and he's able to get out of there and throw an accurate pass to Jakobi Meyers still. And I think he caught that one. It looked like the ball hit the ground for some reason. No, that was something else that hit the ground. Anyway, he caught that one. Really, really nice pass there from Mac Jones. I love to see that mobility from him. That's going to show us that he's able to escape the pocket. He might not be like a pure running quarterback, obviously. However, he is able to escape those situations good enough to where most of the time he will be able to escape, which is really, really good. Back to Cam Newton, though. Here is another pass. This is another deep one here, and this time it's a touchdown. Again, let's see who that is. Nelson Agholor, again, able to reel that one in. So, yeah, really, really good day for Nelson Agholor. Really good day for Cam Newton, and a pretty good day for Mac Jones. I actually had a bit of trouble finding a lot of clips for either quarterback, so that's another reason why we went ahead and combined the two videos this time around, because it's going to be easier to just get a longer video, a more lengthy video here for you guys if we just combine it. And again, there is other reasons why that's a really cool idea as well. I think as Patriots fans, it's a really, really good thing to be very cheerful for both quarterbacks. That's how I've stood this entire time. If you go back and watch all of my Cam Newton and Mac Jones videos, I've said it again and again. I like both quarterbacks, and I want Cam Newton to start, actually. That's always how I felt. I think sitting a rookie for at least half a season to an entire first season just does wonders for their career moving forward. And statistically speaking, that is proven to provide a better start to a career for a quarterback, and typically they do better in that sophomore season if that's their first starting season rather than starting in their rookie season, and typically they have better careers afterwards as well. There's many upsides to that. So regardless of if Mac Jones or Cam Newton is better, I think the better route here is Cam Newton starts this entire season would be my actual favorite option, and I'm sure Cam Newton is going to be a much improved version of himself. and then Mac Jones come in possibly year 2. I think that's the best way to go. Here's another play from Mac Jones. I don't want to talk you guys' ears off. This is what they were calling a mobility drill, and basically there's no defense here, obviously, but they had him kind of escaping the pocket, if you will, and then running and then throwing it on the run. And he's actually able to make a really nice pass here, another accurate pass on the move, which is a really good thing. That one was to Gunnar Olszewski, that looks like. Yeah, so that was a really good throw there on the run. There's actually a second example of this drill being done, and this one was thrown to David Wells, who's a tight end on our roster that I've actually never heard of before today. So another just example of being able to throw it pretty accurately on the run. Now, this portion of the video, we're going to move on to the tweets. So that's all the clips I have today. Obviously, as you can tell, it was a better move to go ahead and combine those because we had some limited clips coming out of training camp today. Apparently, the quarterbacks didn't play that good either, actually. So I'm going to kind of break that down in a little bit. I found this very interesting. Here's the quarterback accuracy from Madden 22. I know this means absolutely nothing, but they have Mac Jones is the 7th most accurate quarterback. Obviously, overall rating in Madden is not going to be the 7th best, but it is interesting to see them so bullish on his accuracy as a rookie. Zach Wilson is also making an appearance. Both of those players are above Patrick Mahomes, which I find just ridiculous, by the way. Not at all in agreement with that. Kirk Cousins, number 1. Very odd there. Here's some tweets. So this is a tweet by NFL Rumors. Patriots Mac Jones comes out with the most consistent practice at training camp. I really don't know if I agree with that based on what I've been hearing. I didn't see any bad clips, but that's pretty typical. Usually you see a lot of the great plays get posted to Twitter, and then kind of the bad ones, I guess they just delete it from their camera and never post it because you never really see those, whether it's Cam Newton or Mac Jones. Here is Ryan Hannibal posted this. Not a great day for Patriots quarterbacks. Defense definitely won the day. Lots of drops as well. With that being said, Cam Newton still has the edge over Mac Jones, and we're going to touch on that a little bit as well later on. Obviously, coming into this training camp, Cam Newton is the veteran player. He is the player that has 1 year experience in our system, and typically in that type of a situation, also being combined with Mac Jones being a rookie, the veteran is always going to have the edge, and he's going to start out with the starting job. That's just very standard, very typical. And then Mac Jones would have to definitely win that job, like not even a close win. It would have to be just a pure like knock it out of the ballpark win. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Obviously, we will see what happens in preseason. It's been too close. I think it's hard to say whether Cam Newton or Mac Jones has had the better training camp, and it might even be 50-50 approximately now that we're on day 4. I think there's been some days where Mac Jones looked better, some days where Cam Newton looked better. However, when you put it all together, it's about 50-50. That's not going to be enough so far for Mac Jones to win the starting job, in my opinion. And like I said before, I really prefer a rookie to not start in his rookie season. I think sitting the whole season is definitely my favorite option. So that kind of contradicts the tweet we read a second ago. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Doug Keid, or Keed, I forgot how to say it again. I always forget how to say this guy's name. I apologize. If you guys want to correct me down below, I appreciate it. Bill Belichick said today, he's sure the Patriots quarterback competition will be a hard decision. Interesting. But also declared Cam Newton our starting quarterback. And these I actually have confirmed are both true. It's kind of weird to hear both of those quotes coming from Bill Belichick today. So the quarterback competition, so he's acknowledging there is a competition, is going to be a hard decision. However, he's basically declaring Cam Newton is our starting quarterback. So my interpretation of this is what I think this is Cam Newton basically is the starter as of right now. And basically the competition is going to go on throughout training camp and preseason. I think that is really what this is. And if it's not that, maybe Bill Belichick has already determined that he's not starting Mac Jones in his rookie season. No matter how good he is at practice, there's no way he's going to start a rookie because he wants to develop Mac Jones long term. And I think that's also a pretty likely solution as well. Here's one from Phil Perry. From my view, the truly competitive passing reps were a bit down today. Here are the QB numbers from the competitive periods of 11 on 11s. Cam Newton, 4 of 10 with a sack on a rep and a DPI on another. Mac Jones, 4 of 8 with 2 sacks and 2 passes batted at the line. So it's just very dead even, not really good days for either of these quarterbacks, as you can see. And again, yesterday I touched on the fact that these numbers can be very misleading. It mentions here that there was 2 batted passes at the line for Mac Jones, which could be the quarterback's fault, could just be a really good play from the defensive line. But there could have been things for Cam Newton. Well, for instance, the DPI happened, so that is one example. But there could have been other things that we can't really see without seeing the clip that held Cam Newton back from having more completions. So it's just such a tricky thing to go based just purely off the numbers. I don't really agree with doing that. And finally, to close things out, a really good note, Mark Daniels tweeted, Nelson Aguilar made a nice full extension catch on a nice Cam Newton deep ball. We saw that earlier. Aguilar followed that up with a touchdown catch from Mac Jones. We also saw that one earlier, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Aguilar just really had a full comeback day, and he's looking like a number one wide receiver right now in training camp, although literally just yesterday he was dropping passes. So it has been pretty inconsistent, but it is good to see him bounce back. You would prefer to see that over having him, drop passes again. So overall, it's a positive thing. I wish he would have never dropped the passes in the first place, but it is good to see him rebound. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Be sure to destroy the like button and leave a comment down below because that helps me out so much. And be sure to subscribe if you enjoy Patriots content. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one.